Micah Parsons is dead. Anyways, today we're going to be rebuilding the Green Bay Packers following the unfortunate season-ending injury to Micah Parsons. Of course, before the injury, Green Bay has had a little bit of consistency issues. This year, for the most part, anyone they went against, you didn't expect a blowout from either side. Even if you played a really good team, even if you played a really bad team. Green Bay, like most people talk about, kind of played to the opponent's talent level, it felt like. You're playing the Browns or the Panthers? Okay, we're gonna play down a little bit. You're playing the freaking Lions and Broncos? Okay, we're gonna step it up. No game really felt like a runaway on either side, win or lose. And I don't know how I feel about that as a fan because, man, it feels great to beat the Bears and Lions and you're 4-0 and you beat some good teams. You come close to beating some other good teams. But man, does it suck losing the Browns and Panthers and tying the Cowboys 40-40, right? Of course, looking at the offense itself, Jordan Love has been pretty good. I would say a top 10 quarterback, right at the bottom of that top 10. I wouldn't call him top 5, even though there's some pages that would, like ESPN, I think, has his QBR as the very best in the league. I think he's been good. Maybe not great, but very good and definitely serviceable. Anyone crapping on him is just, they don't know what they're talking about. Of course, looking at the run game, Jacobs is still very good. There is no question about it, but this run blocking unit isn't. It's a bottom 10 run blocking unit, while, of course, as usual, being a top 10 pass blocking unit, and it has definitely made the run game struggle a bit. Green Bay at times has had a couple of games where they run the ball well, but for the most part, when I see the Packers running the ball, I don't know what to expect. There's other teams like the Bears right now where I'm like, they're probably going to get 5 to 7 yards. Green Bay, this is either a 30-yard run or a negative 3-yard run. I don't know. Of course, wide receivers Christian Watson has been very impressive following, the ACL injury against the Bears, and, through 8 games, I believe, has 500 yards, 5 touchdowns. That's why I boosted him an 84 overall. EA thinks that him and Golden are the same overall this year. No. Okay, no. Golden's obviously been in and out of the lineup too, but obviously Christian Watson's been wide receiver 1. Reed, been injured for most of the year, come back, definitely needed him, right? Green Bay needs him. And then with those guys coming back, Romeo Doubs seems to be back in the doghouse, right? Offensive line, though, like we talked about, good pass block, bad run block. No Ellen Jenkins Hurts. No Tucker Kraft anymore has definitely changed the offense quite a bit. Luke Musgrave has definitely not filled the shoes at all. Fitzpatrick has had a couple of moments. Wiley's had a couple of moments, but Fitzpatrick lately, especially against the Broncos, absolutely pissed me off. The drops are unforgivable. He should not be out there running routes unless it's because you're tricking the defense. I'm sorry. It's just, I'm not having it anymore. Of course, I think Wiley's just injured, if I'm not mistaken. But of course, Musgrave, opportunity and a half here, and really just has not taken advantage of it. Great last week. Hopefully he can build on it, but so far, not been great. Defensively, of course, no Micah Parsons. Edge unit, though, not a bad one. There's some depth here. I would even argue that if not for the contract Gary has signed, Enagbari is probably the starter. I think Enagbari has been just as good, if not better, than Gary. The thing is, you're also gaining that run defense from Gary. That is one thing you cannot take away from him. He is one of the better run defending edge rushers in the league. Just the pass rush, man. He just hasn't been the same since the ACL tear. Maybe just the way they play him in general, but he just doesn't feel like he's been the same, which, man, that makes me feel optimistic about this Micah fella. Lucas Van Ness been out most of the year, looking like literally the Squidward meme. Holy crap. But he's showed some glimpses, and I hope he picks up where he left off with Micah gone, because they're going to need it. Cornerbacks, biggest need on the team by far outside of defensive tackle. I'm not even sure why they put Hobbs out there anymore. At least Valentine and Nixon have their moments. I don't know if Hobbs has his moment. Looking at safeties, we'll get into McKinney in a second. Bullard, he's technically a nickel corner. I have him free safety because EA is also disrespecting Evan Williams, who is far better than a 75 overall. 82 star dev is minimum, what he should be. Not going to change another player that I already feel bad enough about upgrading a different player in Watson. But yeah, Bullard's technically the nickel corner. He's been very good at it, so technically he should be boosted as well. 79 overall, minimum at corner 3. But because it's Madden, I got to use the players where they're going to be most effective. Bullard at free safety is more valuable than him at 3, and Evan Williams is already 24 years old, and he's about to be 25 here. Of course, linebackers, Quay has been great in the run. McDuffie's been very solid in general. And then Edgerrin Cooper, not quite the glow up I thought he was going to have, but he has been good. He's been good. The tackling concerns have definitely been something. And then obviously there's been some lapses in coverage, but linebacker's not an easy position to play, right? So I'm not going to completely blame him. I'm glad we have him rather than not, okay? And then, of course, safety McKinney. I said we'll get into him in a second. And the reason why is because of the drop picks. 79 catching, I believe he has, is definitely coming down. There's no way EA is not going to drop that dramatically. Drop multiple interceptions against the Broncos, one of which, I don't want to blame someone for an injury, but there's a correlation, one of which would have kept Green Bay's defense off the field and avoided the ACL tear from Micah in general. Of course, one could argue that Micah would have just torn his ACL the next drive. Who knows? Maybe it was just destined to happen. But at that very moment, McKinney not only costed Green Bay an offensive possession, but apparently Micah's season. I don't know what it was with the drop picks in general for the team, but there was a lot of them, and it played a factor in how Green Bay folded that game against Denver. That would have been the, okay, this team's legit, with or without Micah, and they're playoffs. You know, they're in the playoffs. They're contenders. Right now, who knows? Detroit might steal a spot. Carolina might steal a spot. Going forward, though, what this team needs, DT, corner, maybe some offensive linemen, but other than that, it's not a bad-looking roster. The concerns really come from who the hell can you pay? That's the big thing. Of course, if you guys end up enjoying this video, let me know by leaving a like, subscribe if you're new, hit the bell notification to all. If you're a fellow Packers fan or just somebody on the outside looking in, what do you guys think is going to happen for the end of the season? What are the biggest needs for this team as well? And then also, let me know what team you'd like to see rebuilt next. I think we'll probably do the Chiefs on Sunday. We're just going to get the double ACLs out of the way. Regardless, let's get into this, if you even want to call it, rebuild. And EA's kind of worked some magic here as they've kind of fixed the contract situation. When we started our Green Bay Packers franchise, check it out. Posted one yesterday, by the way. We had some issues trying to re-sign players, and, you know, we traded a lot of these guys off. Romeo Doubs, Rasheed Walker. Did we trade anyone else off? I can't remember. Probably. And we still had barely any money. But now, I mean, somehow Green Bay here is looking okay. I think it does have to do with the fact that Micah Parsons' contract was structured in a way where it's kind of backloaded, if I'm not mistaken, right? I'm pretty sure. Like, we're not paying him anything right now for the first 2 seasons, I think. But yeah, it's definitely allowing this team to keep some guys. I think in real life, it's going to be hard to let Romeo Doubs go. I'm not sure what they're going to do, but in game, obviously, I'm letting him go. I really don't need him. I don't need more than 2 receivers being paid, and we have 3 at the moment, arguably 4 with Savion/Wick. So Romeo's gone, and then Rasheed Walker. This is a tough one for me. Like, I would have loved to have him be a little bit better in real life, but in game, he's 25, he's star dev. If he takes a 2 to 26, I'll give it, but if not, like we just seen there, I think we will just be letting him go. We got to save some money. We got some big names coming up, including Christian Watson himself, because, of course, he has a 1-year 10 going forward, and after that, he's probably going to want some money if he can stay healthy. The rest of the guys, though, I think pretty much gone. I'll keep Whelan as well, because I like him. The Irishman who sounds just, you know, had an American accent. All right, here's a big moment. What does... Actually, no, I got to do the draft class. Which, of course, if you're curious on who we're using, it is Sports Gaming Rosters online here. I don't know why I said online here, but on YouTube. So, Sports Gaming Rosters, check out his YouTube channel out. A lot of people seem to use his classes, and we have for the past few years, so definitely give him a check out, maybe subscribe, and maybe use that class. Of course, big test here. We have the Chicago Bears. This is the game. This is the game that could decide it all. At the end of the day, if Green Bay loses this game, they might not be able to catch up, right? Both teams control their destiny, and if Green Bay wins this game, they are basically guaranteed a playoff spot. I think it's like 99%. So let's see what happens on the road with all the injuries. And Green Bay is going to win by 2. Massive, massive win. Not even just for like winning that game and making the playoffs, but just for me being able to talk crap to Bears fans. You know, great. I mean, it is, it's a tough one for Chicago to lose. You know, I mean, the Indiana Bears to lose 2 times in 1 season. Oof. These are the games, though, that you're thinking, okay, I don't want to say you're skipping ahead, but these are the 2 games you're like, okay, all you got to do is win 1 or 2 of these games. Those are the ones. As much as we want to beat the Bears, sweep the Bears, these are the ones. Let's see if Green Bay does it. And they don't. Are they still locked in anyways? They are with a Detroit Lions. Was it a loss? There must have been a loss in there. A Detroit Lions loss. And I didn't even think about it, though. Like, Tampa and Carolina are kind of like, with Tampa kind of struggling a little bit lately, you know, Carolina might just get the division for all we know. So NFC North is kind of clearing up a little bit, but there's still a chance. That 7th seed is going to be a real fight. And let's see if we finish out. Wow, we finish out really poorly. So the one game of the 3 that we win, I would not expect it to be just the Bears. If you tell me, okay, Green Bay is 1-2 the final 3 games, I'm like, okay, well, they must have lost to the Bears if they're 1-2. Probably the Vikings, right? That's the team you beat. No, it's actually the Bears we beat. So Green Bay, in their tradition of beating the Bears almost every single time, is going to save us and let us make the playoffs. A couple of low-scoring games there, high-scoring defensive allowed games. Looking at Jordan Love, though, 27 touchdowns, 7 picks, 3,886 yards. I don't think you can hate on those numbers. And, of course, Josh Jacobs gets over 4 yards per carry. Touchdowns at 14. Obviously, he is a touchdown machine in the real world. Emmanuel Wilson doesn't finish too poorly either. Watson, 700 yards, 6 touchdowns. I think he's playing, right? Oh, also, big one. Golden gets a touchdown. Man, I really hope Golden gets that touchdown against the Bears. It is, as much as I know it's kind of a stupid stat, who gives a damn? It's a rookie year. Not all rookie wide receivers are going to kill it. Look at Green Bay's history themselves. Their rookie wide receivers usually aren't pretty good in the first year, maybe even second, and then they just start killing it. But I would love it. I've been seeing all this. Oh, Caleb Williams has more receiving touchdowns than Matthew Golden. Well, that's great for Caleb, all right? How about that? That's great for him. Either way, Rashawn Gary, 11 sacks, so he actually finished out pretty strong. And then nobody picks up the slack for Micah. Who would have thought? Other than, I guess, technically Gary himself. Picks are very low. Kicking is very mid. And Whelan, yeah. It is crazy, though, how Green Bay sabotaged McManus. They brought him back too soon. And it just was not even in great conditions on top of it. They're like, hey, kick some kicks while we have you pressured by this substitute teacher. It's just like, what are we doing? Either way, those are the awards, which you can see we did not claim a single one of. And now we're taking on the Philadelphia Eagles, who are, just as shaky as any other good rostered team this year. That's all that matters to me. Cowboys miss the playoffs, Packers make it. Just make those draft picks feel like a good decision. I still don't even know. Is it Dallas's first round pick that they gave to the Jets or no? Because in theory, if the pick, this is literally the score the Packers lost to. Oh, here we go. Look at this turnaround. We'll get into it in a second. But 21-16, this is a big moment. 21-24, Green Bay finishing poorly as usual. A coveted Jordan Love playoff interception. And this team has choked beyond belief. This is horrible. We're going to take it underneath. That's the Green Bay way. And wow! That is a crazy effort by Jaden Reed. Holy. Did you see? No. Did you see this? It must have been right at the line. Crazy throw to even attempt, by the way. And they're going to show the line pretty much at the 40. And he just, he's right on it. Just barely on it. Huge moment, which, of course, probably won't make it. It won't matter. Jordan Love playoff edition is showing up again. And you know what? I can't even hate. Oh, that sucks that we went for a field goal, 4th and 1. Please? It's not looking good. Oh, it's over. It's over, isn't it? Damn. But I was about to say, and I don't even hate it. I think Jordan Love hasn't played poorly in the playoffs. It's just the team has gotten to some spots where they have to get a miracle. It's a miracle or lose. And Jordan Love just, I'm going to try for the miracle. I'm just going to take the shot. And then, it just doesn't happen. Right? A lot of those interceptions aren't like, wow, what is that read? It's just, he's got to make something happen because the clock is gone. The drive is dead. It's 3rd and long. Might as well take a shot. And you're getting picked off. Right? Like against the Broncos. Deep shot to Watson. I don't hate the ball going all the way down to the 30-yard line at your own 19 on a deep shot one-on-one Watson. I don't care if it's Surtain. I like those odds. And then, of course, another one a little behind him, but Wicks just straight up drops it for a pick. The same guy that carried Green Bay to the Detroit Lions victory drops a pretty wide open pass that leads to a pick. It's just not all interceptions are built the same. Situationally, game situationally, and just in general what happens on the play. And I think he's definitely had a bit of unluckiness in those moments. But either way, we do lose the very first round. So without Micah, it hurts. You're going to hear a lot of talks about, wow, they really, really did something, huh? That trade really mattered. Then with him, it would be really bad. It'd be like, oh, so you traded all this to be the same. Injury, at least you get a little bit of an excuse, right? It's like, well, anyone could be injured, right? Forbid it happening, but Myles Garrett could get injured before he has a chance to break the record. Who knows? Who really knows? Hopefully not, but it could happen to anybody. And looking at the Super Bowl, the Ravens find a way 17-14. That would be insanity. I'm honestly not even 100% sure if they're even in it still. I imagine they are because the division is still kind of close, but realistically, I don't know what the odds are. Looking at the numbers, though, the team actually goes down. Like, Jordan Love is regressed a little bit because every quarterback regresses now, no matter their age or overall or dev. But yeah, of course, Tucker Kraft. I forgot he's only a star dev. I'm so used to our Packers franchise, but star dev, Tucker Kraft. I don't know why you see an 85 overall and not think superstar, but sure, I guess. Alan Jenkins obviously back. And then defensively, Rashawn Gary gets the superstar. That is a welcome sighting. This is a guy that I think is a very prime candidate for Green Bay to get rid of next season, based on cap, based on just the way he's played. So we'll see what happens. But for us in this rebuild, yeah, he is going nowhere. I also do wonder, like, what are we thinking for Micah's recovery? Are we thinking he is playing week 1? We thinking he's missing half the season? I don't know, right? I know Micah Parsons, it's easy in the hype of the moment and trying to uplift the fans, uplift the team, and, be optimistic, but he posted about September. It's like, I mean, sure, I'd love you to play in September, but you also play a tough position for knees, and more importantly, you're undersized at the position, meaning you work harder than most, so your knees are going to buckle even more. Like, the thought that all of the holding penalties kind of led up to this moment is very factual. I mean, if you're working harder because you're just not getting any calls, players are going to just be like, okay, this guy's really good. Risk it. Why not risk a hold? The league's not going to call it. You might as well cheat. If they start calling holds, okay, then we can let up. But they don't. By having a guy like Micah Parsons, Myles Garrett, yes, they still disrupt the game, but you're almost actively allowing yourself to have a disadvantage because of how much it costs to get these players, contract-wise, trade-wise, whatever, because you're allowed to cheat against them. I don't understand it. I get it. You can't call holding every time. If someone's choke holding a guy, they're clotheslining a guy, you're going to have to call it. Okay, buddy. You're going to have to. And I'm not just speaking of this. Packers fans crying about Mike Parsons not getting hold again. Oh, here we go. Dallas Cowboys 2.0. I'm saying it for all the guys. If you have an elite pass rusher and your team doesn't get at least 2 holds in your benefit, you've been cheated by default. Okay? It's just how it is. Of course, looking at contracts in free agency here, really it would be a corner or a DT. And, I don't know why I thought it was Chris Jones. What world? But I don't think we're going to get those two, right? It's not going to happen. It is unfortunately not going to happen. So we are going to the draft for that stuff. I know what I'm drafting in the first round. Oh yeah, crap. We didn't even get freaking Rasheed Walker back. Actually, no, we said if he doesn't do a 2-year 26, we're not going to do it. See where a 2-year 28 gets us. But yeah, I don't know. He's 26 now, right? I don't know. We'll keep the offer, but I'm not really excited whether we get him or don't get him. I'm really just so on the fence. It's whatever. Romeo Dobbs, of course, free agent. We could have afforded him. It's just, I don't think it's worth it. In real life, he's made some plays, and he's had some great, spectacular catch moments I won't forget, but too many mouths to feed, and he's one of the more expensive mouths going forward, so it just is what it is. Yeah, free agency's pretty mid. Again, we'll see if we can get Rasheed. If we don't, we don't. Which we, of course, don't. Where did he go? He went to the Niners. Fair enough. I could see it. A little bit cheaper, but that's fine. All right, where you have pick 21 in the second round, which is where Dallas has Green Bay's first round as well. But our draft board is as follows. Got a couple of running backs. I think Green Bay could definitely use some depth there, especially with Jacobs getting a little older. Obviously, O-line. DT is a problem. You're probably not going to get a defensive tackle. And then corner, I'm just going to sim to the end of the first and see where we're at. I can't go any higher than like the first 32 picks. So we're going to go to 33, see where we're at with corner. I really don't care. Like, I just can't trade up higher than that. Ooh. Haynes is an interesting running back. I think Green Bay's running back position is a little bit more of a concern than you would think. I think Marshawn Lloyd's just done. It's been 2 years now, I think, and it's just not happening. Like, it's never going to happen. Got a couple of corners, a lot of tradey type guys. Unfortunately, none of the guys I really, truly would like. Chris Johnson, but I mean, he's 5'9". Oh, no, he's not 5'9". I thought he was 5'9". Wait a minute. Chris Johnson's cooking. Chris Johnson might be my mans. I think Everett was pretty good, but I don't love the potential long-term. Again, you have some speed with a lot of these corners, but very raw prospects. Obviously, we like Takario Davis because he's 6'4". It'd be nice to actually develop him as a starter for once. Usually, we instantly move on from him. At 6'4", it'd be nice to actually develop him into a starter. So, I think with that being said, I'm going to slow sim until Johnson's there. And I think that's the move we're going to make. Styles, if I would have drafted him, I would have just played him at safety. A couple of really good wide receivers still around. And here we are with pick 21. Johnson is still there. I'm really debating this one. I really like this pick. Yeah, screw it. We're going to go corner. Corner in the second round. 42 true talent. So we got a better true talent than our draft. Just be hidden. I love it. We're limited in draft picks. We got to just make a trade. It is what it is. And not make a trade. Just move down. We can't make a trade is what I was going to say. Let's take a look who is there. Kilgore is there, so, I mean, maybe there's some potential. DT is gone. Green Bay is just stuck with the DTs they got. We have no choice. Jalen Kilgore. I don't know a whole lot about him here, but... Cornerback? Cornerback? We do have an option at running back. Oh! Reed Adams. I have no idea if he's star, but he looks really good. If he is not star, there is zero chance we ever draft him. I'm taking the chance... that he is at least hidden because his key ratings look very good. I feel like if you put enough effort into somebody to make them look good, key ratings wise, you're probably going to give... Oh, actually, Chris Johnson was really solid and he was normal. Yeah, this guy's 100% normal. Oh, thank you. Hidden development trade. I've seen him in other classes be hidden, but I didn't know what to expect. So we get very lucky there. We do actually land a lineman that is star development trade. I think Aaron Banks can go away now. Save some money there. Is Davis still there? Of course he is. Running backs, I really want Claiborne. I know he's raw, but athletic as hell. I think we're going to go until we're just down to one. I know we've used Singleton before, but... Ooh, he's already gone. I'm about to say Singleton, Claiborne, whatever happens, happens. All right, here's the trade we make to get up to the Jets draft pick, which is going to be... is it going to be Claiborne? I know Reed is really just a singular type. Like, there's no way he's going to be like a 3-down back. Not that 5'10", 195 is much, better, but it is better. Do you not take Takario Davis, just completely revamp the cornerback room? I know Valentine, technically you can develop still. Let's see what the ages are. 24 years old. Like, you could still develop him, but you can make the argument for, like, 3 brand new corners. Valentine in the slot, Johnson and Davis at the 1 and 2 spot. No? Especially with Valentine needing a contract. I think this could be a pivot moment for us. I really like Claiborne, though. I'm going Claiborne. I know for a fact Davis is normal dev. We'll make a trade up or try to, and if we can't get it, we can't get it. Desmond Claiborne, 52. And, of course, it doesn't matter in the end because Claiborne's also normal. And I don't care. Hobbs going back to the Raiders. We're eating the dead hit. We're getting a 4th-round pick out of it. Do not care. I simply don't. As much as I know Miller is star, and I'm hoping Brailsford is whenever we take him one day, I got to go Takario Davis. I want this man to become a star, superstar, X Factor, whatever, and we're going to start him. We're going to start him. He's going to be cornerback 2. Johnson going to be cornerback 1. Valentine at 3. We're going to have a garbage cornerback unit as per usual in Green Bay, and we're going to love it. I truly think we have no choice but to go Corleone. I know he is, 23, but I don't care. And he's more of a nose tackle. I don't care. 90 true talent, normal development trade. I think by default, he's a starter. Like everyone else besides Wyatt's like a 69 overall anyways. And Desmond Reed's there anyways, so just like in our Packers franchise, we're going to be taking Desmond Reed, who is hidden development trade on this class. Fantastic. Huge. He's actually been killing it in our Packers franchise as well. Take a look at the devs, the overalls as well. Johnson's a 74 overall. I mean, this is what happens. This is kind of draft overall-wise you end up with when you have no first-round pick. And even if you don't, you did. It's still the Packers with the 21st pick, so it's still a low positioning, which is obviously going to affect your overall class. Dev, I'd imagine star, right? Star development trade. I think automatic start at left guard, is it? Or is it left tackle? I think he's got to be left guard. Maybe Elton Jenkins moves back to tackle. I don't know. I personally just haven't seen it. I really just have not seen it at center. I really don't. 90 true talent, normal development trade. I think by default, he's a starter. Like everyone else besides Wyatt's like a 69 overall anyways. And Desmond Reed's there anyways, so just like in our Packers franchise, we're going to be taking Desmond Reed, who is hidden development trade on this class. Fantastic. Huge. Take a look at the I don't know, personally. Told about, Ellen Jenkins feels better at center and he's the best center we would have and this, that. I don't know. I just feel like Green Bay's, offensive line has been better when he's been at guard or tackle. Call me crazy. Call me crazy. Corleone, he's very bad, admittedly, but we don't really have an option. And then Reed, who is definitely only going to be star dev, has all the athleticism traits ticked off. Oh my, Christian Watson with a massive dev up. 2 skill points. Dev trait increase for the 27-year-old. Huge. All right, here we are for the true season number 1. This is what the offense looks like. I worry about Jacobs. He's already 28. The regression's going to be there. We are going to be easing Claiborne into, running with the team because he is going to be the future starter, I'd imagine. Wide receiver 2 is a little bit concerning, but Watson's an 86 overall with Superstar now because of that training camp. Tucker Kraft, he's not the starter yet, but he will be soon. After preseason's over, his ACL should be healed up. And then defensively, team's looking decent. DT's still a huge concern. Corners, brand new though. So we do have some youth to potentially develop. And then we are going to be sitting Parsons, I think, until week 6. I feel like week 6 is the ideal time. It's not quite 12 months, but mid-October is kind of when I'm expecting him to return. So that's the plan in my opinion, and that is the plan I'm sticking with. All right, contract, Tucker Kraft. I don't know what this contract's going to be like. If he is as good as he started the season out a year ago, I mean, this money's looking like probably 16 mil per year. Watson has been a problem, all right? I have tried to sign him in our Packers franchise multiple times, and he is just not down for it. We're going to try to do a 2-year for Elton. We're going to try to do a 3 to 4 year for Watson, and I don't know about Jaden Reed. Hey, Corleone is now star dev. We'll take it. All right, here we are, headed to the playoffs. It looked like a good season. I don't see why we wouldn't be doing well for ourselves. Let's find out. We have ourselves a loss to the Bears, which probably costed us nothing because the Detroit Lions are 14-3. 11-6 gets you this 6th seed. We're on the road against the Seattle Seahawks. Of course, rocking the Green Bay offense and defense as it stands. And a pretty good year. Pretty good year. Not the best first 4, not the best last 4, but in the middle, perfect. Jordan Love, great numbers. 39-2. That is the best I've ever seen the Packers scheme do for anyone. I mean, that ratio could be enough for MVP. We'll see. Jacobs was solid. Golden was, wow, okay, so made up for the lack of touchdowns in his rookie year. Oh, my. Watson was good, not great. Reed was good, not great. Kraft was definitely not great. O-line Belton was a horrible. And then pass rush, Parsons, he's back. 21.5 sacks through, how many games do we have? 14 games played? That's not true. 718 downs. We had him as the backup all the way across the board. And then I put him in for week 6. And he absolutely did what he did. Absolutely killed it. Van Ness, all these guys playing for Parsons did nothing. Gary, 12.5 sacks. Interceptions, 5 for the rookie. Could be rookie of the year. That'd be huge. McManus, gotta go. We gotta move on from him. Whelan, totally worth the contract. He is killing it. Playing very well right now. Yearly awards, not MVP. Number 4. 39 touchdowns, 2 picks is number 4. That's crazy work. Golden Offensive Player of the Year. Parsons, number 3 for Defensive Player of the Year. Offensive Rookie of the Year, no. Defense Rookie of the Year, no. 5 interceptions doesn't get you Rookie of the Year. It should at least still be a dev up, but who knows. Best QB. Running back was down at number 9. Best wide receiver, Golden, of course. O-line, number 4. D-line, number 3. Best linebacker, number 7. Best DB, number 3. Great year. Great year, and we are in the playoffs again, taking on the Seattle Seahawks. And, of course, it's a freaking rainy game, as if we needed the weather to be intervening as well. Oh, well, what can you do? End of the game. Good stop with the score, 7-7, though, after Seattle answers back. Can we just get to the wild card, the divisional round, please? Get out of the wild card round. I don't ask for much. 17-7. 17-14. Start of the fourth quarter. Up by 10. This is nothing but answer backs. Oh, here it is. No, it's not. 3rd and 10 from their own 40. And on 4th. Okay, 4th and 4. You punt it with about 2 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Thank you, Seattle. We'll take it. I'm going to feel like 4th and 19 you have to go for it, no? Either way, Jordan Love played very well. Darnold, not so much. Rushing, Jacobs didn't have the touchdowns, but he had a great game. Claiborne not really giving me a whole lot of confidence going forward if he is our starter. Watson was good. Pass rush was decent for the Seattle Seahawks, at least. Interceptions, Cooper with 1, and that is it. But hey, we are in to the divisional round, which is going to be against the Buccaneers, 9-8, all right? Doable matchups. I mean, they're winnable. Not easy, but winnable. End of the game in Tampa. Not a bad start, 7-0, 14-0 now. Defense does not hold. And just like that before halftime, it is 14-10. Buccaneers made a little bit of a comeback. No score still for us. No score for anyone. And with that touchdown, I think we're moving on to the championship round. Green Bay and their championship round trips are back, apparently. Interesting. Very good game from Jordan Love. At least touchdown to pick ratio-wise, as usual. Jacobs out very good, over 5 yards per carry. Claiborne still struggling. That 3.4, 4 yards per carry every time. Golden was good. Watson really didn't get much going on. Pass rush, 2.5 for Gary, 2 for Wyatt, 2 for Parker, 1.5 for Cansey, 1 for York. Where the hell is Micah? Bullard with an interception. And a win for the Green Bay Packers. Moving on to the championship round. Let's see who is left. Championship round. Who like the Eagles, I guess, probably? Lions, maybe? No, the Giants. Playing some teams that Green Bay has had some issues with in recent history in the playoffs. End of the game. Can we make it to a Super Bowl? 3-0, 10-0. Not great start. Giants are doing work. 13-0. Not great start. Each touchdown before half. 13-7. 21-7. 21-7 still. 28-7. 42-7. Holy crap, we got cooked. Reed's fast. I mean, the whole damn team's fast, to be fair. And there goes Golden. Just I keep forgetting Golden's actually insanely fast in game. It's just I'm used to our Packers franchise where he's stuck with 91 speed, which is a disappointment, of course. You know, we got freaking Claiborne. The whole team is fast as hell. Look at the blocking. Big blocks. I mean, I'm really not even sure why we're even watching this. The game is over. The season is over, but I guess I just can't stop coping. It's a tough one. Turn! I mean, it's not an easy catch, but Reed's got to react, you know? Man's running free. Nobody inside, and he's still not looking for the ball. You never know where the ball's coming. He's going to make a comeback route out of it. Who knows? That's a crazy throw, and it works. Golden to the 38. Drag wheel. Let's see if they fall for it. Don't know why you would ever think a run is coming, but maybe. And we would have had Golden. Somehow, just to prove how crazy the sliders are, somehow the guy is beat by 5 to 10 yards. No chance to ever turn back for the ball. No chance ever. Turns around and intercepts it. Like, he has zero chance to turn around. He's beat by too much to ever give it a look. I mean, he is literally just torched. And he just instantly on a dime turns. Wow. Yeah, these sliders are going to be crazy for that franchise whenever we get that going. Hell, maybe it's going this Saturday, perhaps. Who knows? Maybe not. 53-yard punt. And, of course, that will end the game. 42-7. Not particularly close, unfortunately. Take a look at this player's stats. Wow, Jordan Love was not great. 2 interceptions on his own. Scottaboo killed us. Really just want to see the regression we're going to have. Abdul Carter, Dexter Lawrence. Damn. Parsons and Corleone were very good, though. Interceptions for everyone, even Cooper. And unfortunately, we are going to lose in the championship round, but a very good start to this one. And the Giants, of course, win the Super Bowl. They were on a freaking warpath. They destroyed us. Dev ups for the team, though. Obviously, Matthew Golden is one of them. Goes to superstar Dev. Jacobs doesn't regress. Kind of crazy, actually. Offensive line's looking okay. Defensively, Quay Walker goes up to superstar, and Chris Johnson goes to star. So, don't know if Takario Davis is going to develop into that starter, long-term guy that we were hoping he would, but Johnson will. Thankfully, Johnson will. We basically got ourselves another freaking Nate Hobbs, but Takario Davis, 78 overall, really needed him just to have a great year, get to star as well, and maybe our cornerback room is done. We did scout corner further, though, so there is a chance that we do replace him. Of course, Corleone, you got the star dev from some sort of breakout. Didn't really seem to do a lot for him, though. He still looks very raw. Let's take a look at the retirements. Philip Rivers retires, which, I mean, I only had him because of the mentor tag, which is cool. Philip Rivers. Maybe we want to get a Packers jersey for him. From him, I guess. Don't know why he would want a jersey of himself, but maybe. Maybe. McDuffie is not a bad player, so I would do a 2-year. 2-year 10. Okay, see you later, unfortunately. How much is that anyways? That's fine. Maybe I shouldn't have done that because maybe we're going to need someone else. Wyatt's gone. Valentine, unfortunately, is gone. Morgan, for now, is around, but once he needs a contract, I think he's gone. And then that is it. So we do have a little bit of money, but obviously things are going to get more expensive, especially when Micah's cap hit kind of gets out in front instead of being so put in the back. Either way, though, $50 million, we could spend 20, 30 on a 1 year if we wanted. Humphrey's interesting, but not a game changer, I think. I think we'd rather just keep the youth of the team. Wide receiver, safety, kicker, linebacker. Nah, that's all I can say. Meh. All right, we're in the draft, pick 30 in the second round, man. Sucks because there's actually some really good corners. We can move on from Takaria already, but without the ability to trade up, that's not happening. Gallimore and Swain are both top fivers. Swain looks very good. The thing is, also the running back looks great. Gallimore looks better. He is insane. One of the best corners I've seen, just based off those key ratings at least, all Madden. Lavia, he's great as well. Could be generational. And then the running back, Swinton, is guaranteed generational. 4.34, a lead on the left side all the way with a 6'1", 228 frame. He is definitely generational. So I can't make a trade up that high. I will go to the end of the first round. And if there's one of those guys still remaining, I am trading up. And Stockton is still there. Sergio Stockton. Not as fast as I would hope, though. Biggest needs, couple of linemen, linebacker maybe. Definitely DT, potentially corner, potentially running back. Problem is DT is very weak. You could go Quincy, but you get one of those block shedding, non-pass rush type DTs, which they do all right, but I don't know. You also have this 6'7" wide receiver, but he is so slow. He is so damn slow. And then the other guys, they look good, but, you know, I put them on my list just to see if we can, you know, do something, but I think we're just going to go. We're going to go to 30 and maybe take one of the round 3 to 4s and hope they're hidden. Trading up just costs too much. Who the hell is Clinton? Holy, 4.46 640 and nobody wants him. Insanity. All right, let's pick the DT we like the most and grab him. Duval looks very strong, so Darren Duval. Better have hidden dev. Of course he doesn't. Yeah, not having the first round picks have been pretty detrimental to our draft classes, huh? Who would have thought? Who would have guessed it, if you will? This corner is so raw, but he was a 2 to 3 because I have all corners scouted, so I threw him on the list. It's a really bad class. O-line wouldn't be the worst, so I'm going to go with McCauley, who I don't know a lot about, but he's a late third anyway, so we can get away with it. 50 true talent. Of course. No, we can't. Wow, we are having some of our worst classes we've ever had. I mean, half of our damn hiddens aren't coming till like round 5. We are choking. I mean, I guess I'll go Darryl Brown. He looks raw, but he's 2 to 3, so who knows? 53 true talent, probably normal, and he is. This has been a fantastic one, huh? I guess I'll go Bain. He looks the most promising out of any of the linemen, to be fair. Let's see. Thank you. Oh, my Lord. If we would have ended this class without a single hidden, I would have lost my mind. And with that, we have the DT, Darren Joseph. This guy would be the one that's hidden. Watch. I really need to start Duval, though. Of course he's hidden. Of course he is. Definitely not our best work. Obviously, again, no first round pick, but still, we got to do better than that. Got to do better than that going forward. 94 true talent, long snapper. Be cool to have a hidden dev. Definitely need to take a look at some of those names that we dropped, but take a look. So 74 overall for the DT. You know, 73, 74 for a lot of these guys. 81 finesse is crazy, so maybe we can start him and develop him. We'll see. McCauley, though, that draft pick sucks. Normal dev center. We have basic, well, should be a center. Basically just drafted Josh Myers, which is not a good thing if you were aware. Darryl Brown is one of the worst draft picks we've had all Madden long. And then Bane, hidden development trait. Actually a good player for once. Huge. Anyone else? DT. I mean, I don't really care that much. He's, you know, the prototypical nose tackler. Look at the player. Wow. Wow. Double wow. Gallimore as well, 82. 83 overall for Eric Lavia. 88 speed, 89 excel, 89 finesse. The Niners have another good edge rusher. Not even good, like generationally good. That's kind of tough to deal with. That speed is crazy, though. Then we have the running back, by the way. An 87 overall, 97, actually 98 speed, 96 excel. Elusiveness is up there. Stiff arm's good. Is one of the best running backs I have seen all Madden long. And we have seen some very high overalls. I think we even got to 88 overall. But this guy kind of beats them all. Yeah, as long as he was an X Factor, which he was. And then here's the corner who actually is hidden dev. I really thought he was going to be normal dev. Outside of injury, though, which is a big concern if you're playing normally. Basically, is he superstar? Okay, not bad, actually. But yeah, basically useless with that injury, technically. But since it's a rebuild, we have injuries off, so it is what it is. That's all I can say. Not our best work, though. Definitely not our best work. Could have been worse, but not by much. There's not really much more that we could have done to have a worse draft than that. The dev-ups have been real. Tucker Kraft now with a superstar dev. Every single receiver we have, at least the main starters, 88, 88, 88. Even our quarterback's 88, but he's about to get that plus 2. All right, here is the team for season number 2 of, like I said, wide receiver 1, 2, and tight end 1, and running back 1 are all 88 overall. Of course, we're going to see some regression from Jacobs, even Watson potentially soon. He's already 28 years old. Offensive line, it looks okay. Bane is our new left tackle, so we'll see what happens there with the rookie starting. Reed, we do have him on that 1-year deal, 1 year 8, I believe it is. Not a bad player. I just don't know. Of course, I can't believe that we have Golden at 1. Let's fix that real quick. I know he's going to be the highest overall, but even when he does have the highest overall, we'll still put him at number 2. Quay Walker with the superstar dev. That's pretty sick. What else do we have? Free safety bowler is an 83, which is nice. DTs are a concern. I know Joseph is at least star development trade, but he's not really a pass rusher. Duval is going to get the nod there. We're just going to hope he gets a dev up, rookie of the year, whatever. Yeah, the corners are still developing, but at least that's actually possible with the squad we have. Of course, you can see none of the 3 cornerbacks we had just a season ago are here. We have completely changed the cornerback room, which isn't necessarily massively improved, but Johnson himself is already a huge improvement over everyone we had. Gary, not really a good pass rusher, but 87 overall. Run stopper's kind of carrying him. Then, of course, Micah Parsons back in full swing. Might be able to break that sack record considering, he had 21.5, missing 3+ games. Technically, he missed 5. It's said that he played 2 more games than we said he was going to miss, but I think they just had him in the backup spot because obviously he isn't technically injured there. We just manually benched him. All right, $76 million. We have some concerns. Edrin Cooper is not a question. We're going to get him back. Obviously, Bullard as well. Jacobs is probably gone. Reed possibly gone. Morgan, if he wasn't so bad, I'd keep, but at 26, no thank you. Van Ness, he's a little too expensive. He's probably not going to get the 1 year this time. A lot of young players on this team that just haven't really quite developed. We're going to have to let them go. McKinney, I can't see myself signing him for more than a 2-year deal, so, at $24 million a piece, we'll see. We'll see. Gary, this is a tough one because, this is a guy that had a really good season for us. And I expect him to be gone in real life, and he doesn't have really good pass rush stats or ratings, but things have gone well. So what do? I think you keep him, right? If things are going well, you keep that person. I think McKinney's gone. Of course, if you've been paying attention to our Packers franchise, appreciate you. But we traded him very quickly. Got a pretty good draft or trade package out of it, I think. We got what? Was it a future first, this year's second, and Jerrion Jones, the fast corner from the Raiders? Not bad. At the time, he's from the Raiders, I believe. But not bad. Doesn't seem like we're going to be getting that for McKinney, unless you want to trade him right now, which I don't know. $32 million, you could probably get away with a 1 year. Let's actually just see if we can get a 1 year, because I would like to trade him. I'll take the dead hit to trade for... Oh, man. We're going to try to get him on a 1 year, because I want to trade him off if I can. Might be a tag, because honestly, $24, $25 million is probably top dollar anyways. And crazy enough, at 13-4 actually, not 3-14. We do not get the bye week. The Niners 14-3, Rams also 14-3, will have the number 1 seed. So we do have to play in the wild card round against the Carolina Panthers. Let's take a look at the win-loss. Really good start. We were like 10-2, and then we lost a couple of games near the end, but it's okay. We had a great year nonetheless. Jordan Love, not as good as last year for sure, but maybe the run game sort of kind of. Still 3.4 for Claiborne. This guy loves pie. I know I said 3.4. It's 3.14, but close enough. Jaden Reed, who I didn't even have as like the main focus. I had, was it Watson? Maybe it was Reed, actually. Either way, good year for the squad. Golden, not so much. Kraft, not so much. 1 touchdown's rough. Blocking, again, we have seen worse. I've seen 20 sacks allowed for the freaking center. Pass rush, oh my god, I have not seen much worse than this. Especially when you consider having a guy like Parsons on the team, I have not seen much worse than this. We might have to change the scheme going forward. Tacario Davis, 3 picks. Maybe it's enough for dev up. I pray. Bear, not bad. Whelan, he's been insane for us so far. And then special teams, haven't really seen much there. Looking at the yearly awards, we are number 10. Yeah, I expected worse than that, to be honest. So I'll take it. Any awards, Parsons number 2 for Defensive Player of the Year. So maybe the league was just down in general. And then Duval number 2. Oh, that sucks. Guaranteed dev up gone, and I don't really feel like he had good enough of a season to get a dev up on his own. Either way, taking on the Panthers here in year number 2. Chance for the 2-4, 2-3-4. Who knows? Of course, you have to actually win the Super Bowl to do that. We'll see if we can do it. All right, going to the end of the game. Carolina. This is a team that I'm not saying we should automatically win against, but this is a team we should beat, right? This is a team that you would feel really bad about the team not winning this game. And it's been 7 points the entire game so far, all right? Fourth quarter, 14-3, and the defense is apparently ultra elite, as Carolina can only score 3 points the entire game. What a performance from the defense. We can win every game playing like that, I'll tell you that much. 2 touchdowns, 1 pick, but, Bryce was barely over 100 yards. Run game was okay. Our fullback, who's actually a tight end, got a touchdown, which is cool. Reed did well. A couple sacks allowed for their side. Duval with 3. Corleone with 2. Gary with 2. Where the hell is Parsons? Who knows? I guess the rumors are true, huh? And now we have the Rams, who, because they did not win their division, are on the road at 14-3. All right, going to the end of the game. What do we got? 7-0. Ooh, not a good start. 14-0. They've scored like 5 times the points that the Panthers did in the first quarter. Our defense is getting gashed right now. 28-17. This is GG. This is straight up GG. Offense is just doing nothing. And we have the Packers scheme by default here. So I don't know what you would change to. This is the scheme we usually default to when other rebuilds aren't working out. So I don't know what to tell you here. We just got absolutely clapped as an equal against a quarterback who is a 1-year guy. That was one of the worst playoff games I have ever seen us sim. Like, we've had games where we've lost like 35-3. And it's not as bad as this, because those games were like right at the beginning of a rebuild. The team wasn't very good. This team, as it stands, could win the Super Bowl. 91 overall versus the 87. We just lost 38-17. As much as I want to say, oh, the sim is random, how come that never goes in our favor? How come we're never the 4 overall lower team and we win 38-17? That has never happened. Take it. It's rare for us to be in the playoffs 4 overalls lower, because that also never happens. We usually have to be one of the best teams in the league to sneak into the playoffs. There's some weird things going on around here. The Rams do win the Super Bowl. I will say the teams that have been destroying us are destined to win the Super Bowl, so there's something to say about that. Offensively, no dev-ups, and then Jacobs drops down quite a bit, so he's kind of on his last legs here, unfortunately. That's great for us. What about the defense? Quay Walker is an X factor. Sweet. Davis does not go up in dev, which is strugglesome. So probably looking at cornerback in the first round. Quay going to superstar X factor is crazy, though. Did not expect that kind of a glow up from him. We've already basically replaced him in Packers franchise. Not because he's not been good, but because a better opportunity. I mean, you got a 93 speed, 6'3" linebacker. What are you doing, Either way, let's take a look at the retirements. Which Marshawn Lord, he probably will. He probably will. In his career, he has had more injuries on the injury report than carries in 2 seasons. He has had 10 injuries with 6 carries to his name. I'm honestly, I really don't know why Green Bay is even dealing with him still. I personally don't. I don't care if he was a 3rd-round pick. I don't care if he was a 1st-round pick. 2 full years injured. Hey, you finally get right and you kill for another team. Congratulations. We're done. All right? We're over it. Of course, looking at McKinney. Do one of these. Nice. He actually took it. So, looking at probably trying to trade him. Matthew Golden, why would I do that? Jacobs, I didn't realize he needed a contract now. We've been propping him up to be replaced. 1 year 11? I mean, that's probably near the tag, though, right? 17 million tag. I'd rather keep Reed, to be honest. Oh my God, we're losing everybody. Everyone's dropping like flies. But there's a reason why we're being safe, because you can see we have 30 million left, and we have to pay Golden. I can't do more than a year. I'm going to lose Golden if I do more than a year. So, unfortunately, unless you want to keep someone on a tag, which I think by now, I think it's time to start Claiborne. We're going to be letting all of those great players go. All right, we're not spending any money on free agents unless, again, it's a 1-year deal. Oh, nobody wants Jacobs. We can at least offer him the 1 year and see where we're at. Obviously, someone's going to want Reed because even though he's 28, he has a lot of value with that speed. I'm going to see what Claiborne looks like. If he's at least an 82 overall, though, I'm just going to start him. We got to start someone new. I mean, it's getting a little desperate out here. Claiborne has an 83 overall, gets 84 with the training camp. The rake tackle sucks, but it's super elusive. Claiborne's the guy. He's going to have to be the guy. He's already 24. It's either he's the guy or we draft someone new, you know? So, unfortunately, Jacobs, the time has come. I've been looking over some trades with McKinney, and there's some pretty good offers. Like Walter Nolan's a great one. I just don't want to pay someone, though. So I'd prefer to just make this a straight-up draft trade, which, honestly, I think he is probably worth a 1st and a 2nd. Like, he's 29 years old, still got some years left in the league. Wow, they're okay. That's crazy. McKinstry. I don't see why they would do that, but at the same time, they're only giving us pretty much McKinstry. I know he's 4 years younger, but he's also 7 overalls lower. So if they have, like, some really good corners and they really need a safety, that's not a bad trade for them. I'm kind of just curious again to see, has McKinstry been paid? Which he just has, which makes the trade even more unrealistic. But they're the ones offering it, not me. They don't need a safety. I mean, I guess Reed could be replaced, but yeah, why are they even offering that? It's not the most realistic trade, but I'm in charge of us, not the Saints, so I'm just saying, welcome to the team, Kool-Aid McKinstry. We have just pulled off the Minkah Fitzpatrick, Jalen Ramsey trade, pretty much. That's basically what we've done. Cornerback is not a problem now. Safety is, unfortunately, though. All right, we're in the draft with pick 27. Obviously, safety is our biggest positional need, but I've seen some names. This running back looks pretty good. Definitely wouldn't be taking him that high, but yeah, we've got some options. Oh, where is a top 5 true talent? This is a tough one because in theory, we can land either the center or one of these DTs, which, I mean, these guys look pretty good, right? They look pretty good. The guy looks great, actually. And then a safety, which that's the plan. One of the trench players and a safety, and I'm happy. So, So we're going to go into as far as we can the first round and see if we can make a trade up if we need to. Damn, Gooden went number 2. He did look solid, but I didn't think he was that good. I'm not doing the pun. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing the pun. Hey, there we go. Anthony Bellman, pick 27 for pick 20 from the Jaguars. Unfortunately, the DT's gone, but, of course, the center is still there. Mr. Earl Ware. We're taking a risk because top 5 could, in theory, if it's a bad draft, be like 77 overall star, but I'm taking the chance that this is a 79 overall superstar. Let's hope for the best. Oh, we're looking good. 1 true talent. 88 strength, hidden dev. I mean, he is a true center, so Elton Jenkins at right guard, potentially. I like it. I like it. Of course, we're going to go to the next round. Make sure we don't lose out on the safeties, as we have no choice. You know, a lot of times you kind of wing it, where it's like, okay, it's probably going to be a safety there. Let's just sim. whoever's there is there. No, we need a safety desperately. We have to slow sim this. We got to make sure we don't mess this up. All right, I was hoping to get a little bit of help here, but I guess not. All the players you want are still there. Let's take a look at Waller. Ooh. We don't really need a linebacker, but it wouldn't hurt. Maynard looks good. Didn't even look at Johnson. Look at my Johnson. Very fast. And then Lane, who is definitely more of a free safety, if you even want to call him that. I will be taking Tevin Johnson. I really like the linebacker, but I do like Tevin Johnson as well. I think he's going to be a very good strong safety for us. 22 true talent. We took him 59. And he is hidden dev. 92 speed, 91 excel. A little bit of change direction, a little bit of jumping. Do like the linebacker, but I don't think we really need one. I mean, if he's still there, I'll go for him. But if he's not, man, he's still there. I guess I'm going for him. DT, I guess we're just going to rock with what we've got. Let's make this trade up. Sucks giving up this much, but this is literally what we needed to give up. I gave up the 3rd, 4th, and 5th, and it was like a sliver, so we gave up a 7th 2 years from now to make this trade happen. And with that, we're going to be taking linebacker Elijah Waller. He looks very good, to be fair, and honestly, with that athleticism, could be a safety himself in the future, so who knows? I like the versatility. I like the depth he brings. I don't love that, though, but he is hidden. Change direction, jumping's a little iffy, but yeah, I mean, that looks like a safety, right? So a little bit slower than I would have thought, but hey, fair enough. Good player. Don't need anyone else because of the center we got. Not a lot of players. We got about 3, looking like 4 with this 6th-round pick, but all the players look very good in my opinion, so I don't hate it. You know, you landed the 1st-ranked guy in the draft and the 22nd. That's pretty good for only one 1st-round pick, you know? And then looking at what we have left over, we do have a DT, so Jamie Graham's going to be the pick. If this guy's hidden, he's going to be a starter. That's as simple as it needs to be. 73 true talent. I'm loving it. I'm not loving it. Oh my God. And I didn't even notice he's from Wisconsin here. Well, not really from, but played for Wisconsin. Run blocking is iffy, but it fits perfectly, right? This is lore accurate Packers drafting right here. We got ourselves a center that is very good at pass blocking, iffy at run blocking. Obviously, superstar. We drafted an 85 overall. Huge draft pick. Huge. Johnson, he'll be our new starting strong safety like we kind of suspected. Looks great. You know, that's a great Johnson. Let's take a look at what his dev is. I'm hoping superstar. 22, sure, I guess. Star. And then we got lucky with Waller getting hidden dead because he is a very low overall. Holy. But you never know. Could be an X Factor. If he's an X Factor, that overall is not going to stay low for long. Let's take a look at what we got. I might go single digit for him as well. Because I think single digit works for safety or linebacker, right? Number 5. I've been liking that with Styles in our, once again, Packers franchise self-promo. DT's a little iffy. Let's take a look at the DT I wanted. DT was the other guy I really wanted if I couldn't have who we did get. 77 overall, hidden development traits, a very good defensive tackle. Very good. Just across the board. That is a solid player. If the Colts are drafting your DT, then yeah, things are good. Things are, well, good for them at least. You know that player is good. Damn, that's unfortunate. But our center was literally the highest ranked player in the league by a lot. By 3. You know, he was very good. Not mad at the pick, just I don't love that our DT position is still weak heading into year number 3. All right, season number 3, we have not done our training camp stuff yet, so assume level will be 90, maybe 91. Wide receivers, I guess Watson would get the +2. And then O-line, I don't know if we're going to do the O-line one, maybe Jenkins. Jenkins, of course, moves to right guard, which is crazy because Ware is already the exact same overall as him as a rookie. And then defensively, Waller is that Sam linebacker spot who will be playing backup everywhere because obviously Sam linebacker's not going to get on the field as much. So we're going to have him, backing up the other 2. Edgerrin Cooper, love to get him to superstar, right? He's paid up. We need him to get him devved up. Of course, brand new cornerback McKinstry. This team, outside of DT, it looks pretty good on defense. Brand new safety Johnson's got some big shoes to fill, but I think he'll do it. And for much cheaper than McKinney, his whole rookie deal is less than McKinney was making on the year. McKinstry, of course, paid up already. Even if he wasn't, would still be cheaper than McKinney. So I think we did a good job cost management-wise and just making the roster as good as possible. I would rather have McKinstry and Johnson, in my opinion, than McKinney, which, to be fair, makes sense because Johnson was an extra draft pick. It's not like McKinney turned was turned into those things, right? All right, have we done enough? Golden, ooh, it's kind of expensive. Love, kind of expensive as well. But those are the two names, so... we also have Jenkins, but those are the two main names, so I think we can handle that. They're not showing any, like, we haven't really had any first-round picks. Future tags, man, this is actually really tough. Like, this is, like, all of the money. Wait, it's not too bad. It's not great, but it's not too bad. I mean, we have no choice. 6-year, 381. You thought the first contract was bad, huh? Of course, Golden, it's a lot of money too, about 38, but it drops down if you put that many years on. Is it actually a 1 and a 6? Where did he go? Number 5. So 5, that's okay. He's actually pretty greened up. So 5-year, 138. There you go. Saved a little bit. Skimmed off 800K per year. The easy stuff. Don't worry. Master at work. But yeah, 18 million. Maybe a keep Elton. Probably not because this re-sign is low. Although we could scheme fit him. We'll see. I mean, he might regress so hard we don't even care. And at 33, we've seen plenty of players retire, so who knows? Also, I'm keeping wheeling. Don't care. Can't stop me. All right, very unlikely to get the bye week, but we're, I imagine, guaranteed being in the playoffs. 11 wins, maybe 12. We got a really tough Falcons matchup there, so maybe not. No, we do win. Got the Giants first week, though, which I don't love. Rams, damn, that NFC West, they're cooking up. Rams do get the number 1 seed, so not a huge fan of that one because we've already had a run-in with that team. Let's take a look at our win-loss. Of course, starting off the season off 5-0, then losing 2 in a row. Win 1, lose 1, win 2, lose 1, win 3, lose 1, win. So, I mean, if history is to repeat itself, maybe 3 wins in a row. Well, you never know. We'll see. Stats, Jordan Love, similar to last year. I don't hate it. Yards are a little bit better. Claiborne... Now, sure, the yards per carry is only 3.8, but that's better than 3.4, which we're used to seeing from him. But over 1,000 yards, not over, but at double-digit touchdowns. We also put Kraft in the slot, which could be the meta. It might be the meta to get in the tight end position in the Green Bay scheme looking good. Because Kraft's very athletic. You can play him anywhere you want, really, to be honest. So, 3 1,000-yard guys, the chance at the dev up for Kraft very easily. So that could be the play going forward. Pass rush, I don't hate it. 15.5 for Micah, Duval at 9, 8.5 for Gary, 6.5 for Corleone. I like it. Quay, Waller, guys got involved. Picks, 5 for Cooper, 3 for Johnson. I mean, this is a season that could be the one, right? Wow. McLaughlin had 39 field goal attempts, hit most of them too. Whelan has been great this entire time, so we're happy with, keep paying him, honestly. Let's take a look, though, at the yearly awards. Love number 10 again, which again, don't hate it. Parsons 3 defensive player of the year. Rookie of the year defensively? No. Johnson at 5. And that is pretty much going to be it. Outside of Cooper, that's our automatic dev up. Nice. That's going to be pretty much it though for the stats and awards. Let's take a look. Green Bay versus New York. I mean, we have been in the playoffs every single season, so that's at least something fun to see. All right, going to the end of the game. What do we got? Back and forth, back and forth. Giants get the first points. We finally answer back. 14-7. I really don't want to change in these base playbooks because, again, we usually run Green Bay's offense when things go bad. Defensively, don't usually go with them, but it's looked good enough, I think. Oh, here we go. 4th and 4. I think you play the long game here, and the long game is that if you don't get this first down, in theory, they will give you the ball back because there's just too much time left to take away all of the clock as Watson's going to potentially score. Oh, Golden tried. Give him the credit he deserves. He almost sealed it. So does Kraft not play? No, he is in the slot. I don't know how I feel about that. So when you're actually playing the games, you might want to pull the guy out of the slot. Oh, I didn't even see him. Ooh, really got that ball off. I don't really need to play the rest of this. I'm going to hell, it's hard enough as is anyways. Let the AI figure it out. And they are going to do exactly that. Huge touchdown. 3 minutes left, though. They're going to punt the ball. And now they got to go 99 yards. It's the Giants. They've had a couple. I think they've at least had one. And with time expiring, we will hold on. 27-20. And I clicked A at an inopportune time, meaning we don't get to see the box score. Sweet. Love that for us. I don't know why these glitches exist, but Mendoza not playing as well as Jordan Love there. Rushing-wise, though, they definitely outplayed us. Scattaboo has just been killing it. We had the same amount of rushing yards with our QB as our running back. Fantastic. More touchdowns with the QB. Golden outplayed Neighbors, though, and then so did Watson, to be fair. Receiving game was better, even though our run game was worse. Again, lore accurate Packers, right? Picks, none. I mean, it's a clean game. We just outplayed them. That's good. We'll take it. And here we are on the road, going against the Cowboys. That's literally an automatic win, so we're headed to the championship round. Can't wait. This would be such a this would probably be the most watched non-Super Bowl playoff game, ever. Especially a divisional game. Not counting, championship round. For divisional round specifically, this would be, I would assume, the most watched ever. This is crazy. Let's see. Are we moving on to the championship round, or did Jerry make the right call with the trade? Let's find out. See, or is he going to have a huge game and maybe be the reason why we're moving on? I don't know. 7-0, Dallas starts out with 7. We tie it up. A little back and forth. Can't really tell who's got the ground. I think both teams have drove the ball well. Just the finishing is the problem on each side, especially us. We're stuck with a field goal. It's a 6-point game. I mean, you got to score a touchdown sooner or later here, and they're going to do it. We're up by 1, 8 minutes left. Defense will force the stop. Touchdown arguably wins it. You got to go for this. 4th and 2. This is literally what happened last game. You got to go for it. You have no choice. I mean, really, the run is free here. If we don't get this with the way they're fronting, that's crazy. And we barely get it. We actually almost get for, hip check. Oh, my. That was a close call. But, yeah, I mean, that's the lightest box I've ever seen on a 4th down and 2, probably ever. Of course, it's going to mean nothing because we just get stopped dead. They're going to have all the time in the world. Defense is going to have to save the day. Legacy drive from Micah, and I think he's done it. 17-16. I mean, maybe not him specifically, but yes, the defense locked him up. Locked the Cowboys up when it could have been the game on that drive. Of course, offense was horrendous. Claiborne had 2 touchdowns, but no one was efficient on offense at all, other than maybe Golden, I suppose. But take a look at the defense. Oh, it was Gary. Micah still had 1.5, so he obviously played his part, and, you'd assume Gary had some success because of the doubles and triples, but what a day for the D-line. Obviously, the reason why we won, so no, it was not a good decision to trade him based on this game specifically. Of course, in real life, things are not looking so good for the old GBP. Take a look, though, at, the championship round. We're against the Rams. They cooked us last time. Please don't do it again. All right, going to the end of the game. Rams get a stop and score immediately. It's 10-0 in a flash. That is crazy. We're getting cooked again. I don't know what is going on. The Rams are just the greatest to ever do it. We're going to fail this rebuild. If the Rams don't get taken out before they play us, we are going to fail this rebuild. This is actually crazy, dude. How? We're a better team than them. Is their playbook really that good? I've used it and it was good, but I didn't feel it was that good. It's crazy. Watson. And look at the acceleration. Gets the first down in that look. That's crazy, actually. I don't know if I like this, but Watson. And that's a crazy throw. There's no way. That is actually probably the wildest throw I've seen ever for us in Madden. That is wild. That is a fitting throw of the word crazy. Fading back for no reason, to be fair, but that's, again, lore accurate Packers, lore accurate love. And I cannot believe the foot. That is wild. That is the best throw I've seen in a rebuild. That is unbelievable. I can't believe we hit that. Like, usually it's, it's a little away from the end zone. It's not quite a toe tap. This is, he ran out of room, Fading back once again for no reason at all. But look at the footwork. I mean, waiting there. I mean, you can't get any closer than that. That is unguardable. I mean, how do you play defense there? Wow. All right, mesh. I don't like that it's not craft, but it's fun. Gesicki. That's a tough catch, and he clutched up. Huge catch there. 8-point game. I mean, this is back-to-back touchdowns with 2-point conversions now. I'm not saying maybe you believe in destiny or you have to believe in destiny. Wow, that's a really good punt. but there feels like there's something brewing here. We definitely do need to move Kraft out of there, though. Golden. Huge catch. Gets the first down almost. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about Kraft being in the slot. Oh, man. That athleticism, I don't know if it's there. Wow. It's a great throw and catch. Golden's, he's him. I'm praying that is what Golden turns into because he has that ability for sure. For sure. Just need to see it out on the field is all I'm saying. A lot to ask for this drive. Kind of predetermined. Oh, my Lord. Love is diamond. Love is delivering. And that's out of bounds, too. It's a hell of a throw to a guy that really isn't open. It's Watson. Oh, no. The windup was crazy on that one. Watson has him beat. I'm pretty sure of it. Slant. Quick look. Why is he jumping up like that? I hate that the aggressive catch is really throw your body in the air when it doesn't even make sense. I hate that that's the way it is. Watson. Oh, Watson. Oh, Watson. Look at the speed. Holy. That is insane. Do we have timeouts? We don't, so this is it. Screen pass. That's crazy work. I mean, there's not a play you should be running. Let's also get Kraft out of the slot. I'm sorry. Let's see it. It's Gesicki. And it's swatted. Wow. We need the onside kick. Perfect coverage. No one else open, in my opinion, right? I seen Golden got locked up right away. Savion's really just a decoy. There's no one else open. I mean, maybe you could quick throw that to Kraft. That's not a good look either. Gesicki is the most open by far. Little behind him. Perfect coverage. Again, these sliders are ridiculous. There's no way that's how we lose this game. 3 straight touchdowns unanswered, I believe. Come on, sky kick. That's not bad. Oh! He straight up stole it! No way! I have seen onside kicks this year. Never like this. This is the perfect kick. Is that Reggie Gilliam? It's Jamal Adams. We have seen plenty of onside kicks where, somebody touches it and then it's caught. No, he just took it. That is actually absurd. Now, if we lose this game, missing the 2-point conversion, that's fair enough. If we lose the game now, I'll never forgive myself. Yeah, get risky with it. Oh, it wasn't worth it. I mean, if he gets that juke, that's arguably field goal range already. That's 10, 15 more yards, maybe even still gets out of bounds. So we lose 10, 15 seconds. Savion, please. It's overthrown. Oh, my God. I can't believe you overthrew him. That's the game one right there. I cannot believe this is what's transpiring. Please. Somebody make a play. Watson. Go route. Golden. Barely got the throw off. Golden. Down to the 35, and there's a timeout by the Rams. What is the coding with this game? Like, they're telling us to run the ball from the 35. This is not a chip shot. It's easier in the NFL these days, but it's still not free. Wide open Golden. Sadly, they intersected there, but that's still a lot of yards. Now I can maybe agree, okay, this is pretty close for a kicker. It's probably worth starting to run the ball. And look at Claiborne. Yeah, this Packers team is the fastest in the league with this new running back, without a doubt. This is hands down the fastest team in the league, at least on offense. Like, you have 3 guys at 95+ speed, a tight end with 88, I think. I mean, we're right down the middle here. I just don't trust the game because they always, run the clock like crazy. And there goes the timeout. 3 seconds left. It is a chip shot from 35 yards out. Right down the middle. Not going to waste any time. Bang. Onside kick recovered. That is the most unbelievable finish we'll have this year, I imagine. 3 straight touchdowns, I believe, unanswered. 2 of them for 2-point conversions. And then when all hope is lost, 1 timeout left, you don't get the onside kick, you lose the game on the spot. It is a perfect kick. And our guy just straight up catches it. It's not deflected. It is straight up caught. Wow. What a finish. I mean, that is so good of a finish that if we win the Super Bowl, I'm debating just that being the rebuild. I don't know. I really don't know. That is hard to top. Of course, Watson, what a game. Golden, what a game. Offense did its job. They did well. Parsons, great. Pick for Smith. That I still can't believe that. Like, that's... I can't... What am I going to say? Unbelievable, crazy, wild. Insane. Choose your word. There's nothing else to explain it as. That's what's so hard about it. Of course, let's take a look at how the Chargers got here. They beat the Bengals by 7. They beat the Texans by 14. And then they beat the Patriots by 17. So a little bit of an LA trip here to try and win a Super Bowl. We haven't beat by 5 overall, so I like our odds. Looking at the dev ups. Claiborne doesn't go up in dev. That's tough. Normal dev still. That's wild. Kraft, X Factor, though, definitely deserved. That's the meta. Putting the tight end in the slot. Probably always been the meta, but I just usually don't do it. But Kraft deserved it. I mean, those are the numbers he had halfway through the year in real life, you know. Pass rush, D-line, I mean, nobody devved up here on defense. But that's okay, because the team still looks great. Oh, no. There was one. Takario Davis. The time he loses his job as the starting cornerback is the time he finally gets that dev up. That slot corner roll, man, it is usually pretty good. Either way, though, for all the marbles taking on the Chargers, Super Bowl time. Could it actually be a Super Bowl win for the Packers? Let's find out. 7-3. Not looking good. 10-3. Not looking good. I mean, we came back from a crazy one, so far, even though this has been bad. Okay, I guess we're done. I guess we're done for. 3 points with the fastest offense in the entire league. That is unacceptable, really. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what to say. 27-3. Could you imagine the way we beat the Rams going to the Super Bowl and that's what happens? Like, how do you even react? Like, how do you react to something like that? And then Wicks is their best receiver. Dude, you cannot, like... I can't even give EA that much credit. Because you know they don't put that much effort in. But how many times have we had a Super Bowl with a storyline that is very specific to the team we're rebuilding? Like I've said a million times, we rebuild the Bills. The win we get in the Super Bowl is against the Vikings. We rebuild the Vikings. The win we get in the Super Bowl is the Bills. You know, we'll do a rebuild where, you know, we have a player that we got from a different team, and that team is the Super Bowl team, you know? And then Wicks is their It's not that Wicks is on their team. It's that he's the #1 receiver despite having a guy like McConkey. How? How is that even remotely possible? When has that ever happened? When has a team even signed Wicks and then used him? And of course, he's taking us on, and he gets that kind of game. That can't be coincidence, right? That's wild. And I don't know. You guys are watching me for a while now, I imagine. But what I just did there was not me being mad. That is just like how, you know? Just a crazy observation. Just unbelievable. I thought that was not even possible. I keep saying it, but like, really? This isn't, you know, Jaden Reed or Romeo Dobbs even. This is a normal dev. I think he's 25 years old, 76 overall receiver. Just so happens to be on the team we're playing in the Super Bowl. Just so happens to be the #1 receiver on the day. Elgin Jenkins does retire as well, unfortunately. So even if I did want him, which I do, but I don't think we could afford him anyways, yeah, it wouldn't have mattered. But like, let's see what kind of season he had. Maybe he had a great year. Maybe it's not really as much a coincidence. Yeah, I mean, he did have a good year. 900 yards, 8 touchdowns. So it's not that crazy. And he's older than 25. Well, at the time he was 25, but he's actually pretty damn good looking, to be fair. You know, catching's great, route running's great. Just not very fast. Low dev, you know. But, yeah, still. How that happens, I'll never know. It could have been anyone. Could have been Jaden Reed. But no, it just had to be like the lowest overall we got rid of. Savion Williams is going to be the next guy to beat us. Unfortunately, Savion will be a free agent. We could have actually made it work with Elton, so that is unfortunate that he retired. But kicking McLaughlin was actually really good for us, but he is expensive. So, I mean, I'll do a 1-year 5. That's about it. That's already kind of pushing it for a kicker. And then fullback as much as Juan Gilliam. He's a fullback, unfortunately. If he would have been the guy that recovered the onside kick, by default, I would have had to keep him, but Sure. Linderbaum's a great player. Can't afford him. I mean, we can. Ooh, this could be good. This could be good. We're kind of cheesing it, though, so I don't know if he's going to sign, but 1 year 12, that is definitely possible. I wish it was a 4-bar. Should we do 4-bar? Let's just, guarantee. We've had a lot of year 4 Super Bowl wins, so in theory, this could be the final season. So let's just give ourselves the best odds of making it the final season, if you will. See, Aaron Brewer. We have ourselves Aaron Brewer. Guess the center. Somebody's got to play right guard. And I don't think it's Brewer. I mean, our center's a generational player. If a generational player can't slide over to the right, what's the point? Definitely an undersized offensive line, though, so we'll see if that actually plays a factor. But, again, he's a generational player. If he can't move over, who can? I'm not asking a 6'1 center to play right tackle for us. He's just a guard. Just move him over slightly. I will say Brewer is more athletic. He's just too small. He is technically bigger than Ware. If you count compactness is more important than height. Sort of. Depends on your arm length, I suppose. But for the interior, specifically, it doesn't matter as much. It really is about, the weight. Technically, you can argue, again, that Brewer is bigger because he's not as tall, so less spread out weight. And overlooking the team, we actually probably are on par for this year 4 Super Bowl, because realistically, we probably should have won it this last season and just got really unlucky with the Chargers, but also very lucky with the Rams. Wide receiver's great, tight end's great, running back is good, very good. Quarterback's obviously great. O-line has actually been one of the better ones we've had, right? 90 right tackle, 90 right guard, 86 center, 84 left guard. Surprised that Reed Adams actually did develop that well. And then Bain's an 83 overall now, sick name. And then defensively, Quay's an 87. Edgerrin Cooper, what? Linebacker of the year. So maybe he's just bugged. Because you are supposed to be guaranteed a dev up with an award win. As long as you're not superstar already. He literally just got bugged. But yeah, Quay and Edgerrin are both superstar plus. Waller's all right. Safety, Bollard's an 88, which is surprising. 3 corners that are very good. I mean, this cornerback room has definitely been fixed. D-line, really just need a DT. Maybe 2. Outside of that, though, the team is very good. Top 5 for sure. Probably number 1 overall, and to be fair, by overall in game. And then look at the Saints. I know Denzel isn't as good as he once was, but they're playing chess the whole time. They got McKinney and Ward now. They also added freaking Linderbaum. All right, we're in the draft pick 31. We have a really good-looking defensive tackle. The problem is he's a 1-2. 1-2 defensive tackles go all the way up to 15. So I don't know what to think, but he looks like arguably a generational. I think I'm willing to trade up for him, but because I also think that Bryant, it's not the guy I would want between the two, obviously, because Bryant's good enough as well. I think I'm going to just go until Bryant is gone and just hope that Bryant, because of where he's projected, goes higher, even though we all can see that, the other guy's a little bit better, right? A little bit better. Hopefully Bryant sticks around till 10. Because if I had to trade up to 7 or 8, I don't know. I don't know about that. Pick 10, though, I think I can do it. Keep on going. Okay, pick 10. Exactly right where we thought. Browns probably don't need a DT that bad, but I just don't want to risk it. I don't know how we're going to get up to this spot, to be honest with you. It's going to cost us a lot, but this is top 5 is top 5. That is the hands-down biggest positional need we have had for a while now. And this seems to be a fix for that, I don't know how we're going to get this done, though, is the problem. You need a guard? It says they need a guard. Damn, if I'm going to put McCauley at left guard because, again, EA, for some reason, they don't have it where if a team needs maybe left tackle, right tackle, but left guard, right guard, it's not the craziest position switch in the world, right? If you can play right guard, you should be at least decent at left guard, I imagine. This is kind of a big trade, but we are moving from 31 to 10. McCauley, Brown, a first and a third this year and a second next year to move all the way up to this spot. This DT better be worth it. He better be an actual, he doesn't even have to be superstar or X better. Just be hidden, be a 78 plus overall. That's all I ask. Cam Bailey, top 5 talent. 2 true talents, good sign so far. No, that's what I was worried about. The second best player in the class is normal dev. That is actually absurd. Wow. So he's not better than anyone we have, technically. I mean, you get that boost of XP for a rookie, but that sucks. I'm unhappy. And apparently it was tight end day around the NFL, so Oscar Gonzalez is going to be our backup tight end. True talent of 11. Probably normal as well. No, hidden dev, good player. Good pick. Well, let's see what we want to do with Tucker Kraft down the line. If we can't afford him, it's between him and, I don't know, like one of the safeties, perhaps. Maybe you have that argument now because you have a good tight end waiting. Becton's gone. That was actually a wide receiver I wanted to grab. But Marquis Hobbs is pretty good too, so late 4th round pick for Marquis Hobbs, not bad. 141 true. Normal dev, he's our new slot wide receiver. Lost Savion Williams in the great free agency of 2026, 7, 8, 9. Wow, I believe it's 2029 already. The fact that one day soon that is going to be a factual statement is concerning. Malik McGriff is going to be the pick here now. Remember, no 2nd round pick next year. I don't like that. Normal development trait, that sucks. Well, considering he was a normal dev, we're going to go for Joshua Rhodes. Probably would have done the same no matter what. Rhodes, hidden development trait. Whether he was hidden or not, we would have went for that player. And then the next one, hopefully Smith's there. But again, we've already had a nose tackle that we just haven't used who was hidden dev. So it's probably not going to matter whether this guy's the GOAT or not, whether we take him or not. And as far as favorites go, we only have one. Best, who was pretty fast, if I'm not mistaken. 24 true talent. Hidden dev. Oh, he wasn't actually that fast. It was the Excel lying to us, but he's good enough, especially with that hidden dev. That's a steal of a pick. And then with this one, we landed our kicker back. Maybe want a fullback, I think. Fullback or long snapper. Not a huge fan of the fullbacks, but I suppose Glenn Lake looks good enough. True talent of 58, actually. But normal dev. Really good strength, though. 86 strength for a fullback is great. I mean, we see DTs with far less than that. Our money is gone. But draft recap, 78 overall. Yeah, this sucks. I was like, hey, 78 overall hidden. That's all you got to be. And guess what he is? 78 overall, but normal. Very good player, just really unfortunate. Damn, 68 overall. That wide receiver was not very good. Gonzalez, better pick at wide receiver than him. Let's take a look at his dev. Superstar Plus. Star dev. One of these days. Been a while since we landed like one of those sneaky, hidden high dev linebackers / tight ends. Running back is a 75 overall, by the way. Claiborne's still the starter anyways, but I mean, at least you have... Oh, he's wearing 32. Well, you're injured for the rest of your life. But yeah, it's a good pick. It's a good pick. We'll take that as a backup. Star dev. Love it. All right, we trade Corleone to the Ravens for a 3rd and a 4th. We're just not going to use him anymore, and he needs a contract, so let someone else deal with it. I mean, look at these DTs. We don't need him anymore, unfortunately. He's not really even a pass rusher, so we have Duvall and Bailey going forward for our pass rushing DTs, which I don't hate. Well, I was just looking for tight ends that are kind of cheaper with some decent speed, and found this rookie Martin Quintana. He's probably never going to be something for us, but I'll take that over him not being superstar. All right, here is the team for season number 4. I don't want to get a little ahead of ourselves, but this feels like prime Super Bowl winning time, right? We just had what should have probably been a Super Bowl winning season, just somehow got destroyed by another LA team. Dude, these LA teams are just taking us out. I know we beat the Rams, but really, if we didn't intervene, we definitely would not have. So it would have been another blowout probably. But the offensive line looks just as strong as last year, arguably stronger, because Brewer is technically better than Ware, and Ware is definitely better than Jenkins. And then, of course, looking at running backs, you got some depth. We have some good wide receiver 1 and 2. Watson's still number 1, obviously. And then Gonzalez, the tight end, we're going to put him at 4 because he actually is a better overall at wide receiver than Hobbs. So who knows, especially since he's at tight end. If we put him actually at wide receiver, maybe he goes up in overall. Corners look great. D-line, I don't know, dude. The DTs are just, they're just going to be what they are. Really, that's all there is to it. Let's just put Bailey at number 1, give him a chance at Rookie of the Year. I don't know. We still haven't done our training camp, so you never know. Could get some dev ups there, but yeah, that's what season number 4 looks like. We got some money problems. Micah Parsons, how old is he now? 30. So yeah, 3-year makes sense for both sides. I don't even know what the money was. Micah Parsons wants to stick around. I'm down. Because I got to be honest with you. I know Micah's slowly kind of buying into the culture and everything. But I really do feel like the moment Micah is just have free reins on his career pretty much. I know technically we're making franchise him, but I think he's gone. I really do. I just don't know, man. I just think he doesn't like the slow life of Green Bay, and I think he's gone as quickly as possible. So, yeah, sucks to see his first year in Green Bay come down to an ACL tear that could literally change him for the rest of his career for all we know. But, you know, that's just Green Bay crap. What can I tell you? Yeah, it gets worse with these contracts, by the way. I'm like, oh, it's not bad. We can handle that. And then another name shows up. And then another name. And then another name. He's like, please stop. Please stop. We don't have money for this. We have $40 million left. We have offered the guard. I mean, this isn't terrible. You definitely want to try and keep Quay if possible. I'd do a 1 year if we can. 1 year, 15.5. Nice. So yeah, with $25 million, we could keep Takario if we really wanted to, or Reed, or both, honestly. But I do think Zach Tom is probably going to be gone. But I'm going to save the money just in case you can find a way. We're going to keep the rest of this money. Of course, pay Reed Adams, and then, yeah, it's not bad. I think we've done well. Well, we were holding number 1 seed for like 90% of the year, and then we decided to lose some games. And with that, we are not going to have the first round bye. It's going to belong to the Giants. No, it's not. The Giants lose last second, and with that, we actually regain it. That's not what I wanted to see, but sure. You can see here, Giants, the Rams, they helped us. We always knew we could depend on the Rams. Wrong thing. We are still looking at our season schedule. So we had a really good start of the year. Definitely did not finish as strong. Had a couple of losses in there, but, you know, it happens to the best. Are the Rams in the playoffs, though? I hate that Rams team. Please tell me someone beats them before they get to us. Claiborne still just can't get to 4 yards per carry. Just terrible. We put Gonzalez in the slot. This season, it doesn't feel great. 20 sacks allowed for our left tackle, 11 for the right tackle. Pass rush was good, though. Bailey, the rookie, 13.5 sacks. That's rookie of the year. Cooper, great picks. Kicking was good. Okay, so the defense, at least, had themselves a year. At least there was somebody that was playing football. MVP, Love was number 7. We should win some things, right? Parsons, number 2 for Defensive Player of the Year. Didn't win rookie. Okay, I got to see what Woodward did for the Panthers. I got to see what Woodward did for the damn Panthers. Holy. 13.5 sacks isn't good enough for a Rookie of the Year win. What are we doing out here? 15.5 sacks for Woodward. Come on, man. Really? Either way, we get the bye week, so we're automatically past the wild card round. And I guess it is possible to play the Rams, but it's unlikely. Who do they beat? Rams are not moving on. Okay, but that, means we're taking on the team that beat them. So this could be a tough one. Either way, winnable game. Let's see if we can do it. All right, end of the game. Winners automatically in the championship round. I say automatically as if the Philadelphia Eagles didn't have to win to even get to this game. But for us, if we win, we're automatically in the championship round, which so far looking good. 21-10. Obviously still anyone's game. Huge field goal, but we need another. There it is. That is the game winner. Defense has been great this year for us. 38-17, the game, the exact score we lost to the Rams by recently enough. Take a look at the player stats. Jordan Love played well. Hurts was good. Claiborne was actually pretty good himself. Watson and Gonzalez, solid. Good, gave a bunch of sacks. Bailey has been amazing. 4.5 sacks. I mean, this could have been a superstar dev season if it wasn't for freaking Woodward. Woodward just had to screw everything up. But Bailey, I mean, that's a guaranteed star dev, I imagine. Right? It has to be. It has to be. He was great. 13.5 sacks. And again, Cooper literally was, by default, supposed to get a dev up and didn't get it, so you never know. Giants, though, here we go. It's a tough one. End of the game. How are we looking? 7-0. Oh, no. Come on, man. Always the underdogs, huh? 3 points in the first half, which they instantly replicated. Oh, my, dude. I can't believe this offense is this bad. All of a sudden, we slow sim, and yeah, we start scoring. Interesting. Nice stop. 3rd and 1. Oh, Lord, look at this offense, man. It's not even an offense. It's so bad. Defense is trying their best. 76-yarder for Christian Watson. We missed the extra point. Of course you do. Or maybe we went for 2. I don't know. Either way, if you go for 2 there, you're just brain dead, though. 3rd and 16. All right, 4-point game. We got to win it. We got to make a play to win it. I cannot believe this offense, though. All the chances in the world, and they are just struggling. Oh, did you see Kraft? It's fine. 9 yards is good at least. At least it's good. Yeah, Kraft got wide open. And we got Gold. We got the receivers all over the place. I don't hate this, actually. Like, you never know where they're going to be coming from as Golden tries to slip past everybody. Let's hurry up to the line, see if we can get a run in. It's about to be the 2-minute warning anyways. Try to sneak a run in there before. What? How many cutscenes am I going to see here? I like the throw. And what a catch, actually. Huge to the 40. Was going to scramble. I didn't really like it as much as the throw, though. Golden, deep shot. Touchdown, Golden. I don't know. Did we score too quick, though? Did we score too quick? Every time I watch the Packers, I think Green Bay scoring too quick, and most of the time it's true. 3rd and 10. Oh, my. All they need is a field goal. 3rd and 13. Oh, the Giants have maybe got themselves in a little bit of a bad way. You get crazy with the mid. Clock's running as well. Oh, my. Wait a minute. I can't do anything, though. We're stuck in... I'll just play deep. And, wow, they choked it. The quarterback panics. And on 4th and 26, instead of hitting a field... Well, actually, it's 3rd down. Instead of going for the field goal, they run a play, run out of time, and we're headed to the Super Bowl. Wow. Jordan Love deserved... I mean, we deserved to win. 50% completion percentage, but 3 touchdowns. Scotty did have 2 on the ground himself, but we had a better offense for sure. It just wasn't to say much because both sucked. Bailey has 7.5 sacks now through 2 playoff games, by the way. Our DT has what one would consider a good season for a DT through 2 games, and they're playoff games. This guy is next level. Of course, we're taking on Joe Burrow and the freaking Bengals now. One of the best, if not the best, offense in the game sim-wise. Looking at our dev-ups, none on offense. Claiborne's still normal dev. And then defensively, it feels like someone got a dev, but I didn't see... Dude, 13.5 sacks. Okay, I have no choice. I'm sorry. I have to. I know we've changed some stuff around. You know, Watson being 84 at start. Putting Cooper to superstar. That's crazy. With the playoffs, he has 21 sacks on the year, and he's normal dev. What are we doing? What are we genuinely doing? Wrong thing, but let's take a look at the Bengals anyways. By 10 to the Raiders, by 14 to the Patriots, by 2 to the Texans. So, yeah, they're a formidable-looking team, I gotta say. We didn't even get to the Super Bowl. Oh, I apologize. Oh, and then I realized I just sold. We don't know. Okay, well, I'm an idiot. What can I tell you? I thought we were already in the Super Bowl for some reason. All right. Okay, I retract my statement, EA. You are right as rain. He would have went to Star Dev on his own, I imagine. I think I sold. Okay, that makes more sense that he didn't go up in Dev. Of course, he's not going to go to Superstar because he probably didn't deserve Superstar, but definitely deserves Star. Cooper, X Factor. What a guy. I jumped the gun. What can I tell you? Whoops. My bad. But here we are, 92 overall versus the 90 overall Bengals. Year 4 Super Bowl. Add it to the list, potentially. Are we going to be adding it to the list of Year 4 Super Bowl winning teams? Let's find out. 3-0, not a bad start. You got to finish with touchdowns, which we did there. Defense doing well so far. Come on, offense. Make it count, you know? Make it count! 24-8. I mean, we had this kind of similar situation, and they are not going to come back from that. Defense was suffocating, and the Green Bay Packers have won the Super Bowl 30-8. This would be, I believe, the final year of Micah's contract, right? Or he would need one more year. I'm not even 100% sure, but right there at the end of that contract or the beginning of a new one. I'm just saying, Micah, maybe you got to re-sign just to get that Super Bowl win. I'm just saying, man. Either way, we've done it. Last year, probably could have had it. Didn't happen. Damn Chargers, those LA teams, dude, they were beating up on us this entire rebuild, specifically the Rams. Thankfully, this time the Eagles took them out for us, and then we took the Eagles out for ourselves. And with that, Green Bay is holding its trophy once again. Just got to wait another 10, 15 years for another one, and we'll all be happy. Of course, looking at the game from both guys, Love was good throughout these playoffs, but he hasn't been elite. Claiborne was finally good one of these games. Receivers, top 2 are solid. You know, all those good receivers Green Bay has, all that depth. Dude, Bailey put up like double-digit sacks in the playoffs through 3 games. Wow. But yeah, all those receivers, and we're down to literally just 2 of the starting ones. Kind of crazy, but expected. And we'll show you there was no tomfoolery, no shenanigans. We win legit as can be. Take a look at the ratings of the players. That will be it for this one. Jordan Love, 93 overall. Again, probably going to be... Whoa. What kind of regressions were those throw powers? He's at an 89 throw power? Dude, they were cooking him. Damn, but yeah, probably going to be a Chiefs rebuild, so be on the lookout for that. Maybe it's a different one. We'll see. Maybe we're pivoting. Not sure. Christian Watson, very good stuff. Short route running, not the best. Release could be better, but catching's insane. Speed and height is insane. He's quite the receiver. Of course, you want to see us dominate with someone like Christian Watson. More, check out that Packers franchise. Of course, wish Golden was this fast on that one. We, of course, started the league well before they made him faster, because EA really just, I guess they didn't believe in the hype of that 40 time. I mean, it's one thing to not believe in the 40 time completely, but how are you going to give him, he had, no speed at all. He had, 90, 91 speed. How? That is criminal behavior. Whoever decided those are just, hang it up, Chief. I'm just going to be real with you. Kind of crazy. Maybe they just don't like the Packers. Potential. There's potential for that. Of course, Gonzalez actually goes to Superstar, so if we did need to replace Kraft, we've already got the guy ready to go, which I obviously wouldn't want to do, but, things aren't always what you want. Let's take a look at Reed Adams, actually. 86 overall. I've kind of been forgetting to do that lately. Weird build, but, if you're going to have one thing good on a guard, power blocking's that one good thing. Did we look at Claiborne? Damn it, Love. Dude, I hate that that's still a thing. Move over left, and then it just, skips back over to what you started at. It's please. But yeah, Claiborne, he doesn't have much break tackle, but pure elusiveness, pure speed. He's just going to avoid you. He's going to do good things. Looking at the defensive side of the ball, Buller never went to Superstar, despite being a 90 overall with 96 zone coverage as a 26-year-old, about to be 27-year-old. That is strange. The lack of dev-ups in this one have been tough. Tevin Johnson, good player, obviously. Block shed's iffy, but good safety duo, without a doubt. Then we have the linebackers. Quay Walker, far better than I thought he was ever going to be. 88 overall. Of course, coverage ratings are insanely low, but block shed is insanely high. The type of player he is. Edger and Cooper now, of course, going to be a field general, I imagine. No pass coverage. Not best block shed, but very good coverage. That is elite cornerback status coverage ratings, Waller, even though he really didn't play much, he got to an 81 overall coverage guy as well. A guy that we don't have room on the team. The team's good without him. Here is Chris Johnson. A little silent after that one really high interception season, but whoa. 89 tackling. Look at him go. We have 5 interceptions and then 2 interceptions through 3 seasons. Maybe he just became one of those island corners that nobody threw against. McKinstry, of course, a very good press man guy, so kind of conflicting cornerback group, if you will. Then, of course, we have Takaria Davis, who finally gets the dev up after we benched him, sort of benched him. Press and man are very good, though. Zone coverage is a little iffy, but yeah, that is a tough guy to throw against. 6'4" with great man and, press coverage ratings. Micah Parsons, though, a 30-year-old now, about to be 31, I think. Good player, right? Block shed's decent. And, yeah, he looks good. He was pretty good for us for the most part. Gary kind of exceeded expectations. Power move finally getting up there a little bit with some of those manual upgrades from training camp, but yeah, pretty good seasons. Outside of the 4-sack season, I would not hate that from him for the rest of his career if he sticks it out in Green Bay, which I don't know if Green Bay is going to do. Cam Bailey, 85 overall. He had a crazy good rookie year, especially with the playoff numbers. Thank you, EA, for once again skipping over instead of putting me on the DT spot I wanted to be at. Duval just really didn't develop actual development trait-wise, but he's a good finesse block shed guy. He is the guy you would want. Those ratings are exactly what I would be developing manually if I was, playing a franchise. So, very good player, very good team. And even though some of the play was mediocre, especially on offense, we got the job done. We made the playoffs every single season in this rebuild, if you want to call it that. Made the Super Bowl twice and actually won one. So yeah, in the realm of Madden, the ACL tear for Micah Parsons is not the end of the world. In real life, though, who the hell knows? Anyways, again, if you enjoyed this one, maybe leave a like, subscribe for new, hit the bell notification to all so you know when the next upload is up. Probably not going to be anything tomorrow, but Saturday, thinking we might start the new series. I'm conflicted because we should have a poll on what team it should be, but I'm thinking Jets franchise. I wanted to do at least 2, maybe 3 regular teams and a relocation this year. So it would be another regular team, and I think we would just start off where the season is right now in real life. I think that would be the plan. Do the draft, and then the episode, the franchise kind of starts near the end, at least of a season. Start with the draft, free agency, preseason, maybe week 1 as well. Just a banger of a first episode. Let me know what you guys think, what team it should be. You might have a poll just to finalize some things. And then, yeah, the rebuild should be on Sunday of probably the Chiefs. Get those ACL rebuilds in there. Again, though, regardless of the point, let me know what team you'd like to see rebuilt next. Hope you guys come back for next video. But until next video,